Believe it or not, there are quite a few reasons you should date a Gemini. Hola my beautiful lotus flowers, welcome back or welcome to my channel. If you're into nerding out on everything astrology, spirituality, and self-transformation, this is a community for you. Today we're talking all about dating the Gemini sun sign, and we will talk about a few of the potential zodiac signs that may match well with the Gemini sun sign. But I want to emphasize I'm only speaking about the sun sign. The moon sign is equally as important, but what is most important is comparing the synastry between two astrological birth charts of two people that are interested in each other or whatever it may be. That will tell us a lot about any conflicting or harmonizing energies between the two. We are not doing that in today's video, so this is more for fun. This is for entertainment. This is not the end all be all. If I don't mention that your sign is compatible with Gemini, it does not mean that it's not compatible with Gemini, okay? Okay. First, let's talk about some of the most important general traits you should know about a Gemini sun sign. First, Geminis are a mutable air sign with extreme duality to their personality, making them one of the most unpredictable signs in the zodiac. I wanted to start with this trait because it is by far the most important. Gemini is the hardest zodiac sign to generalize because they come in so many different personality types and they switch between opposites all the time. Energetic, non-energetic, social, non-social, super happy, super annoyed, ambitious, lazy, etc. And it isn't that you're never seeing the true Gemini or that they're fake or two-faced. That's what people like to label it. But you are usually seeing the true Gemini. It's just that you're seeing one side of them for a split second, and then they may switch to the other side very quick. They're constantly shifting their moods, their interests, their whatever it is. They tend to be able to, I like to call them the chameleon of the zodiac. They can really shift to wherever they want to, wherever they feel they need to in a moment's notice. So if you're around a Gemini, you just have to be prepared for that. Second, most of the time, Geminis try to keep situations more fun, lighthearted, and optimistic. Because of their naturally childlike, energetic nature, they often have a naturally optimistic outlook on things with a good sense of humor. They prefer to poke fun at everything rather than taking it too seriously. And even if they do take something seriously for a second, it usually washes over them super fast and then they've moved on pretty quickly. Of course, this changes depending on other placements, but for the most part, this is how most Gemini sun signs will carry themselves. On top of that, they'll usually turn whatever it was that bothered them or whatever into some type of joke or have some smart remark, even if whatever it was may actually be bothering them deep down. Third, don't be fooled by their humor and their childlike energy. They are often very intelligent individuals who notice just about everything. Geminis usually have one of the biggest appetites for constant knowledge. This is largely because of their constant need for different forms of mental stimulation. Their brain constantly needs to be interacting with something or learning something, so a lot of times they're closely observing everything happening around them with complete curiosity. They'll probably be the person to notice and point out a lot of things that other people weren't really paying much attention to, like maybe somebody's eye color. Maybe somebody just said, oh yeah, like she has green eyes, but the Gemini moon's like, no, there's like an orange ring around them, and then they're like gray in the middle, and then they like fade to green, and it's like, you were paying attention to that? Like, they will just pay attention to like so many little things. Like, they love to analyze things because they're usually curious. The eyes, for example, it's just so interesting to them that somebody can have eyes that look like that and look so different from everybody else's eyes, and it captivates their attention. They just want to know more about it, or they just want to stare at it, or whatever it is. This is also the reason that they love to have people around them that they can playfully banter and joke around with, or that they can have really intellectually stimulating, complex conversations with, because they would love to ponder over eyes like that. They'll probably want to start a whole conversation about eyes because of that person's eyes. They'll want to joke around with that person about their eyes, or joke with other people about their eyes. They just love to have a constant back and forth communication going on about things that interest them. Fourth, Being one of the most quick-witted and clever signs, Geminis often need to be vocalizing or expressing their constant stream of thoughts, observations in some way, sometimes meaning they might say something or do something before thinking twice about it. If you're someone who gets their feelings hurt pretty easily, you probably won't get along too well with a Gemini. Part of their playfulness and one of the ways that they love to communicate with other people and one of the ways they love to build friendships is they love to poke fun at people and tease them, especially if they like them. If they like them, usually they like to do this even more to them. But of course, sometimes any type of joke can come off wrong to the wrong person, and people who are just not compatible or just don't understand that sense of humor may not really care for the Gemini or may take offense to it, and the Gemini may not have meant to be hurtful at all. A lot of times their intention is literally to just be playful and lighthearted. It's not to be mean or bully, but it may come off this way easily. And I'm not letting Geminis off the hook. You know, I'm not saying that they can just say whatever they want and it's not always, you know, it's not rude. Of course it is rude sometimes to just say these things like, Geminis, come on, think twice, stop yourself before you talk sometimes. But a lot of the times they mean it in good fun and they don't mean to hurt somebody's feelings, but it definitely can. Geminis just have this extremely fast connection between their thoughts and their vocal cords. So a lot of times whatever is running through their mind is going to come out their mouth almost faster than it can get through their head. So before a thought completes the process of the thought forming, thinking it through, and then communicating it, the thought's going to form and then they're going to like instantly communicate it. Fifth, they move quickly in everything they do and shift their energy a lot, so it's important that they feel a sense of freedom and independence in their life. This isn't to say that Geminis aren't loyal or trustworthy. They just simply love being on the move and enjoying themselves. And most likely if they found somebody they truly love and enjoy, then they want to do this with you. But if you're the type of person that holds this trait back in them, then they're going to become very frustrated, irritated, and most importantly, bored. For a Gemini, it's important that they're able to get out the house, see new things, and it's not necessarily that Gemini will be so social and outgoing. I mean, this usually comes naturally for them, but you know, if you're a Gemini watching this and you feel like you're more on the introverted side, then this still holds true for you. Most likely you still do like to be out in social settings, not necessarily talking to people, but you like to go out and go to the mall. You like to go out into nature and see things. You like to go to the restaurants and eat out and, you know, things like that. So if you're somebody who likes to just be a homebody 24/7 and you never like to do anything, then a Gemini is probably not for you. If you're a Gemini watching this or you're interested in a Gemini, don't be shy, leave a comment down below. I love to know who's watching and why you're watching. And be sure you don't forget to give my video a like so I can reach more people just like you looking for this information. And hit the subscribe button and the bell for me. Thank you. Now for 3 of the potentially, emphasis on potential, most compatible signs for a Gemini. First is Leo the Lion. Gemini being the mutable sign that is also an air sign and just loves to go with the flow of life and enjoy themselves and often like to keep things more lighthearted, a Leo can go pretty well with them because Leos, the lion, are ruled by the sun, and the sun is usually a pleasurable ruler. It loves to have fun. It loves to look at life optimistically, and a lot of times this is how Leos are. So Leos and Gemini will have a very great harmonizing energy because of this. Both of them will want to just kind of enjoy life and have fun with each other. Not only that, but Leos usually do tend to be more on the social side and they'll want to go out and do things the same way that Gemini wants to go out, be active, and they both probably won't want to stay at home and be a homebody 24/7. And although both are fun-loving, Leos can sometimes get a little bit like too serious about something. Like they might get a little wrapped up in their own needs and they might get wrapped up in themselves and get a little intense. And Geminis are great communicators, and again, they go with the flow. So whereas Leo is a fixed sign and they might get a little stubborn, a Gemini is able to kind of navigate that with ease and flow with this and allow the Leo to open up in this way and communicate with them and get them to get over whatever rough patch it is the Leo might be going through. But the main thing that I can see these two may be disagreeing over is that Geminis tend to have a short attention span. I mean, they can dart from so many different things. They can dart from topic to topic, task to task, and Leos really do love to be the center of their partner's attention. So they can maybe get a little frustrated with Gemini sometimes when Gemini can't seem to just like bunker down and pay attention to the Leo. Second, Aquarius, the water bearer. This has to be one of the strongest and most mentally stimulating connections in the entire zodiac. Both are extremely witty, quick thinkers that often have a funny opinion to give or something to say. And because of that, they're going to have so much fun bantering with each other, conversating with each other. And Aquarians do think very deeply about things. They're very intellectual and they think outside of the box, and this will be really enticing for a Gemini because Geminis they'll probably be able to sit there and listen to an Aquarius talk and be so amazed by their ideas, and they'll love to go back and forth with them about those ideas. Both signs do need a bit of freedom in the relationship. You know, both do tend to feel like they're dating their best friends. Like they want to feel like they're dating a best friend who's also their lover, their companion. So this will be really important to both of them, and they'll go really well together because of this, because they'll keep more of that lighthearted, less committed feel to their relationship while also being committed. A problem that could arise between them though is that even though Aquarians do tend to be witty and have a great sense of humor and do love to have fun and joke around, they do tend to be a bit more on the mature side, I guess you could say. I'm not saying Geminis are immature, but they do have a more youthful energy, more energetic energy, and Aquarians are not always on that wavelength. Aquarians do tend to be more of the ones that may approach things a bit more maturely sometimes, and they may find themselves getting frustrated with a Gemini because of this, and vice versa. Third, we have Aries, the ram. Aries and Gemini can both be an unpredictable sign, but they'll really make each other happy and be able to fuel each other passionately because they're both so unpredictable and fun-loving and full of energy. Both of them tend to really admire each other's spirit, and Aries is such a forward thinker, so progressive, so explorative, and so is a Gemini. And a Gemini, again, will be amazed by them. They'll be challenged by the Aries too, because the Aries also, kind of like Aquarius, may think outside of the box, and you know, they're known to be the trailblazer, and Geminis will be fascinated by this. And anytime a Gemini is fascinated by their partner, then it feeds well into the relationship. And what's even better, when Geminis are, you know, I said they can either be really ambitious or really lazy. And a lot of times what'll happen is a Gemini gets a huge spurt of ambition and then immediately falls off into laziness, and they don't stick to what they wanted to. So the Aries can really help this by getting them back up on their feet and not forcing them forward, but really encouraging them and giving that positive, energetic push and that dedication that a Gemini sometimes needs present in their life. However, Aries can tend to be extremely possessive and protective by nature, and a Gemini may not like this at times because, again, Geminis don't want to be caged in. They don't want to feel possessed and, you know, overly committed. And Aries can sometimes be a bit intense in this way. So these two will just have to figure out how to navigate that. Again, if you're a Gemini watching this or interested in a Gemini, please be sure to leave a comment down below. And again, don't forget to like, it helps me out so much, and hit the subscribe and the bell. And if you'd like, you can also head over to the LaBlue Lotus Facebook community, where we talk more about astrology, spirituality, and self-transformation. For even more content, you can head to my Instagram at Marisa LaBlue, or watch these videos that'll help you even more on your astrological journey. And until I see you in the next video, thank you so much again for being here. I'm so grateful to you. Thank you so much. Adios, everyone.